All right, how's everybody doing tonight? Woo! All right. So, just wanted to welcome everybody. Thank you for coming out and supporting local comedy. And I did want to welcome you to the longest 7 minutes of my life. Or as my wife likes to refer to it, twice as long as sex. Which is the longest 4 minutes of her life. All right, so I don't know if you noticed, I got a couple of tattoos. We got any tattoo people out there? Yeah. All right. So I was actually 58 before I got my first tattoo. And I know getting tattoos at my age is kind of like painting flames on a minivan, but I just wanted to be cool once before I die. And I also know cool goes straight to crazy when people find out they are all squirrels. That's right, folks, I have 12 squirrel tattoos. The good news is they're all based on the 70s punk band I was in, Suicidal Squirrel. We have any Suicidal Squirrel fans out there? You guys are all liars. We paid 2 parties. What are you guys talking about? But anyway, I thought it'd be cool because we did have an album cover design. I thought, well, it'd be cool to just, get the Sack of Nuts album as a tattoo. Well, it's squirrels. And I thought, you know what? What if I just did all Suicidal Squirrel tattoos? So I've ended up with one called Weekend at Squirrely's, The Spy That Squirreled Me, Cletus the Squirrel Ranch, and of course, the Three Nutsketeers. So I do got one more coming up here soon, a couple weeks from now. I'm going to get the Suicidal Squirrel wearing a MAGA hat, and it's going to say, "Make acorns great again." So that was free, and he likes that one. So I did have to kind of ask my wife one time. I says, "Honey, are you sure you can stay aroused and stuff, sleeping with the guys covered in squirrel tattoos?" And she said, "Yeah, it's really not a problem." She says, "She rarely thinks of me during sex." But it did make picking out a coffin easier. We've got an old hollow oak tree, and I figured me and the squirrels could rest there in eternity. And I thought it was kind of ironic that the nut returns to the tree. So I did meet my wonderful wife on a blind date. Anybody else meet on a blind date? Really? Well, my experience was very good. I remember it so well. I was making eyes at her, whispering sweet nothings to her, blowing her kisses. But the best part of the night was the blind guy she was on a date with never seen a thing. We actually ran into that guy years later at a restaurant. This is a true story. The second I walked into the restaurant, his CNI dog jumps up, just starts humping my leg. And I couldn't get away, couldn't get him off. I didn't really want to make a scene with the restaurant, so I kind of let it finish. I thought to myself, it kind of makes us even. So, despite of our age, my wife and I still have a pretty active sex life. Not with each other, but still pretty active. I was actually in a little slump a while back. Sorry about my voice, folks. It's been practicing too much. But I was actually in a little slump a while back, and I was sitting in a bar and was talking to this guy. And he said, the key to this is you gotta hook up with a married woman. He says the sex is amazing. They're always grateful. They buy you gifts, and occasionally you get to rifle through their husband's shit. And I looked over and he's wearing my favorite shirt. I said, that is the last time I'm going to get advice from the guy sleeping with my wife. I thought for a minute I was going to get mad, maybe kick his ass, but I thought, you know what, maybe he's onto something. So I went to his house, hooked up with his wife, got my shirt back, and a brand new pair of boots. I thought that was good karma. So I did turn 60 last year, and I'll tell you what, there is no manual that preps you for turning 60. Couple of things I've learned so far being 60 is I have to write everything down. I'm telling you what, if I don't write it down, you can tell me something 10 seconds later, it's just gone. So I've learned you gotta write it down. The other thing is, where the bathroom's at. I tell you what, if you see an old guy sprinting towards the bathroom and he kind of slows down before he gets there, he didn't make it. You know how to tell if you were just a little bit too far from the bathroom? Depends. So my 87-year-old dad has discovered online dating. He is swiping left, swiping right, swiping up, swiping down. I don't know, I can't keep track of them. But at least once every week or two, I got a new mommy. And the sad thing is, at 87, he's getting more action than I am. I guess I should have went to him for advice instead of that guy at the bar. So I was recently diagnosed with severe sleep apnea. The doctor was telling me in some severe cases you can actually, it's fatal. But what he didn't tell me is that most of the fatalities are the wives smothering their husband with a pillow for snoring all night. Come on, ladies, you can't tell me if your husband snores, you haven't stood over him at 3 a.m., pillow in hand, wondering if you could get away with it. You know you have. So my wife and I are now officially empty nesters. We did move my son out, and we're just hoping when he gets home from work, he's not going to be too bad. I'm sure he'll find somewhere nice to go. Oh, so the other thing, I know it's the middle of winter, kind of dreary and cold, but I did see something really funny last summer. I was driving down the road, and here's this classic-looking biker guy. I'm telling you what, head-to-toe leather, big badass Harley chopper, going down the road, no helmet, COVID mask. You can't make this shit up. I thought for a minute maybe there was some new strain on 94 that we hadn't heard about yet, but yeah, apparently not. So thank you. My wife occasionally thinks I'm going through my midlife crisis. Can't imagine why she'd think that, but yeah, because I got a couple of hot rods and a Harley. But I am here, ladies, to set the record straight. There is no such thing as a midlife crisis. It's just a time in a man's life when the kids have grown and gone, the wife has all the purses and shoes she will ever need, and he can finally afford and enjoy a few of the things he's only dreamed about his whole life. You will never see a single guy saying, I think I'll wait till I'm 60 to buy this Corvette. But that's right, yeah, you know. But you will see an old gray-haired guy playing with an evil stunt cycle. Oh, Lord. So anyway, you guys like impressions? Yeah. All right, so I got this great Michael Jackson impression, but I will need an 8 to 12-year-old boy from the audience to come up and help me. That's my time, folks. Thanks, I'm Mike Davis, and don't worry, I still have my day job.
Give it up again for Mike Davis, the man definitely not going through a midlife crisis. Ladies and gentlemen, I am so excited